Thanks for booking with Spaceships Rentals. Here is a quick guide to your 7-berth motorhome. First of all, we will take a walk around the outside of the vehicle. And then we'll head inside to show you the living area. Finally, we'll talk through some of the basics of driving a motorhome. There are 2 keys on your keyring. One is for the cab and the ignition. The smaller key opens the main door, the freshwater cap and all the lockers. To open any of the lockers, insert the key and turn anti-clockwise. Once the handle pops out, turn this to open the locker. To close, turn the key clockwise and press the handle in. The rear locker can be accessed from both sides. It contains your cleaning equipment, emergency kit, mains power cable and freshwater hosepipe. On the left-hand side of the vehicle, you will find the wastewater emptying point, the toilet cassette locker and the freshwater filling point. The motorhome has an 80-litre freshwater tank which you can fill up at any campsite using the hosepipe provided. Please only use clean water. Any wastewater from the sinks and shower go into a wastewater tank underneath the vehicle. Next to the tank you will find an outlet pipe and a handle. Turn the handle 90 degrees to open the tap and release the water. Most campsites have a dedicated place to do this. Waste from the toilet goes into a separate toilet cassette. This can be emptied at designated points at most campsites. Before removing the cassette, you will need to isolate the toilet. To remove the cassette, pull the handle upwards and slide out. To empty the cassette, remove the cap and twist the spout around. To avoid any splashing, press the orange vent button whilst emptying. Once emptied, open the cassette and rinse thoroughly with water. Empty through the waste spout and repeat 2 or 3 times. Once clean, you will need to add some waste tank additive. This is available from many campsites and camping stores. It comes in either liquid or capsule form. A clean waste cassette is essential to prevent any smells in the vehicle. Make sure the cassette is secured before using the toilet again. The vehicle's gas bottle is stored in a locker towards the front of the vehicle. Please do not store anything else in the gas locker. On top of the bottle is an isolation valve. This cuts off the gas to the equipment in the vehicle, such as the cooker and the boiler. You will need to isolate the gas when refilling the gas bottles and when traveling on a ferry. A gauge on top of the bottle indicates how much gas is remaining. We ask that the vehicle is returned with the gas level at least half full. The gas bottle can be refilled using an LPG or auto gas pump at certain filling stations. Instructions will be provided on the pump, but if you aren't sure, please ask the attendant. In Europe, the autogas pumps are slightly different. The adapters to connect to these pumps are located in the gas locker. The vehicle uses diesel. The fuel filling point is located on the passenger side next to the cab. Please be careful when opening the Habitation door, as forcing the lock may break it. To unlock, first turn the key to the right and then make sure the handle is pressed in. Now turn the key fully to the left. The door should now open by gently pulling the handle. Slamming the door closed may also damage the lock mechanism. Your vehicle is fitted with an electronic step. The button for this is located just inside the door on the left-hand side. Please ensure the step is extended fully before standing on it. Forcing the step in any way will break it. Inside the vehicle above the door is the main control panel. Press the large button to turn on power to the Habitation area. This will automatically turn on one of the interior lights. Your vehicle may have a slightly different control panel like this one, but the functionality is exactly the same. To connect to mains power at a campsite, plug your power cable into the inlet located on the outside of the vehicle to the right of the Habitation door. When mains power is connected successfully, you will see a plug symbol illuminated on the control panel. You should always, when possible, connect the vehicle to mains power at a campsite. Your plug sockets will only work when the vehicle is hooked up to mains power. To check the level of the leisure battery, turn the main control knob 1 click to the left. To check the vehicle battery, turn 2 clicks. To check the levels of your fresh water tank, turn the dial 1 click to the right. For wastewater levels, turn 2 clicks. You must empty the wastewater tank when it is full, otherwise you risk flooding in the vehicle. Your motorhome is fitted with a water pump. This pumps water from the freshwater tank to the taps, shower, toilet and boiler. You will need to turn the water pump on to use any of this equipment. To turn on, turn the control knob 1 click to the right and then press the knob. The tap symbol will now illuminate. Your motorhome is fitted with a hot water and central heating system. The system works by either mains electricity or gas. The controls are located above the habitation door. Instructions are displayed next to the controls. The control on the left allows you to choose the power source for the heating. The control on the right allows you to choose whether you heat the water, the central heating, or both. Turn the center of the dial to increase the flow of hot air into the vehicle. You will find vents located all around the vehicle, which are outlets for the hot air from the central heating system. It may take up to 20 minutes for the system to warm up. The boiler itself is located at the bottom of the wardrobe. It is fitted with a frost valve which empties the boiler when temperatures reach under 3 degrees. If the frost valve opens, then it can be reset by turning the blue toggle through 90 degrees and then pressing the blue reset button on the back of the unit. Your kitchen comes equipped with everything you'll need for your trip. When cooking, you must ensure that the window by the hob remains open and that the blinds are up. The controls for the fridge/freezer are located inside the fridge door. Press the power button to turn the fridge on. The fridge can be powered by gas, mains electricity, or by the vehicle when the ignition is on. The fridge will not run from the leisure battery. You can press the A button to let the fridge automatically choose the best power source. A red error light will illuminate if your chosen power source cannot be used. To reset the fridge, press this button and choose an alternative power source if necessary. To use the gas, you must be parked on level ground. When using the shower, you must be parked on level ground and the wastewater tank must not be full. The shower curtain should be used and the roof vent must be open. To flush the toilet, press the blue button. When you have finished using the toilet, remember to isolate the waste cassette using the handle under the toilet bowl. This will prevent any smells entering the living area. Your motorhome can accommodate up to 6 adults and a child. If you are traveling with 4 or less people, we recommend using the 2 fixed bunk beds at the back and the overcab bed at the front. If you have more than 4 people, then you will need to use the dinette beds. The top bunk and the overcab bed both have a ladder for easier access. Please always use the ladder and do not stand on the backs of the chairs to reach the overcab bed. Ladders should be stored in the rear locker when traveling. The overcab bed and top bunk also have safety rails to help prevent falls at night. The large dinette converts into a double bed, and the small dinette into a child's single bed. The setup for both is the same. It is important to take real care when setting up the dinette beds to avoid causing damage to the table clips. You will need 2 people to set up the bed. First, lift the table to about 30 degrees. The second person can then carefully release the table from the wall clip. Next, press the button in the middle of the table leg and fold it to 90 degrees. The table now slots in between the 2 seats to form the base of the bed. Finally, arrange the cushions to form the mattress. When converting back into a table, press the button, then straighten the table leg. You will again need someone to help align the clips on the table to the mounting on the wall. If the clips aren't aligned correctly, then they will break when the table is lowered. Driving a motorhome is different to driving a normal car. There are a few important things to remember. Your vehicle is 3.3 meters tall. When driving, pay close attention to any low bridges and also low-hanging branches on roadside trees. Your motorhome is nearly 7 meters long, and a large proportion of the vehicle is behind the rear wheels. Because of the rear overhang, the back of the vehicle kicks out when you turn. It is therefore important to leave plenty of space when turning. None of our insurance options cover any damage caused by reversing, so it's really important that you always have someone assisting for any reversing maneuver, no matter how small. Before setting off on any journey, it's important that someone completes an external lap of the vehicle and checks the following. All lockers are shut. All side windows closed. The electric hookup cable is unplugged, and wheel chocks are removed. Loose items in the habitation area should also be packed away. Your motorhome is automatic transmission, but it may be a little different to any automatic vehicles you've driven before. The gear lever has 3 positions: neutral, drive, and reverse. In this vehicle, when you park, you should leave the vehicle in drive and apply the handbrake. The gearbox can be changed to manual mode, but we don't recommend this option. When the vehicle is in drive, you can push the gear lever to the left to move into manual mode. The dashboard will indicate if you are in auto mode or not, indicated by the word auto above the gear. Remember, in an automatic, you never use your left foot. Only use your right foot to press either the brake pedal or accelerator pedal. When starting the vehicle, you will need to press the brake with your right foot. Now, put the gearbox into neutral and then back into drive. The dashboard should now show that you are in gear Auto 1. Make sure the handbrake is fully depressed before pulling away. For trips of over a week, it's important that you carry out a few simple maintenance checks. The oil level and AdBlue level should be checked each week. Tyre pressures should also be checked weekly. The pressures are written on the driver's door frame. If you need to get in touch with us during your trip, you'll find our contact details in the driver's window and on your rental agreement. To avoid any charges on returning your vehicle, please ensure all rubbish has been removed from the van before returning to our depot. The vehicle is cleaned out, fuel and gas have been refilled, and that all equipment is stored in its original place. We hope that you have a great trip. Thanks for booking with Spaceships Rentals.